Okay, let's see. Can hear myself here. Can I hear myself on YouTube? Can I hear myself on YouTube? Yup. And chat is also working. Alright, then let's start with the dailies. I mean, it's just this, right? Yeah. Okay, at least one right today. Maybe we can even go positive. Okay, we have to win material. It always sounds like getting the highest piece on the board, but is there a possibility to do this? What is even the material? Distribution. We have 2 knights versus 2 knights, 2 bishops versus 2 bishops, 2 rooks, 2 rooks, 2 queens, 2 queens. Okay, everything on board here. We have 6 pawns versus 6 pawns. Okay, it's completely even. He's a bit more developed. Nah, actually, is he? Yeah, I would say he is. He's controlling more of the field, definitely. But apparently I have something I can do here. Looks again like some Björk's position. I mean, you can just take this. This doesn't really do anything besides activating his bishop. Is there some way to attack this queen? There's no... Actually, this... Wait. What if I do this? But then my queen is hanging. But... Wait, is it worth it at the end? I take this, he takes back. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. I take this. He takes this. I take this. So I am up a minor piece right now, and if he takes any one of those, I will take with the other rook. So I think this should work. I fucking can. So, was it this? I thought right, but it was the wrong start. Man, this is the worst. If I have the right idea, but it doesn't work out. Yeah, true, if he does this, I can't even attack like this. I mean, it's just a 1-for-1 trade, I guess, but still, wasn't the best move, obviously. That looks weird. Can I attack here? Not really, he can just do this and then I have a problem. Unless... Wait, can't I just do this and then this? If I go here... I mean, what's the difference if I do this? I go here... and he goes here. And I do this. And he takes. Then I promote with... with a queen, with check even. What's the difference if I do this? He can do this. I can... Oh yeah, I think that's the difference. I think he already fucked up. Yeah. Nice. Make moves that work toward pawn promotion. That's it, right? Why? If he does this, I do this. What can he do? Okay. But why do I have to do this preemptively? I don't see the reason why I can't do this first. Huh. Weird. Maybe there was some weird way. That just sucks to lose points for this. Cause like... yeah, probably there was some way that this was wrong. Okay, just win material again. So how can I win you? Yes. Defending this even thrice, he's defending all of the attack spots. Wait, what if I do this? Actually, this would... wait, he could even do this. And if I do this and he takes, then I take. Seems right. Alright, I didn't even think about taking the rook. I take this. What was this? 2 wrong, 3 right? So it was a plus at the end. Wait, I get -8 but +7, that's fucked up. So it's a 21 to 16. So +5. Wait, and both of them I think I thought right, but the execution was wrong. I'm really on the urge to just stop doing the chess puzzles. They are not really fun anymore. Maybe if I had 2000. Same with League. Hitting a certain rank and never coming back. Hmm. If it's somebody from Konoha after Tsunade, it has to be like one of those, guys. It's not a Konoha nin. So it's just Kakutsu, right? It's just Nagato, right? Yeah. I wonder how they count this though, because technically you saw their silhouettes earlier, right? Wait, is this Kankuro? Yeah. The fight. By the way, I think I glazed this arc last time already, but probably one of the, if not the best arc in entertainment history. But I also just really like 1v1 battle tournaments. And I hope for you, these will be flowers of hope that never die. Conan? It's the only one besides Ino who's really talking about flowers. That's just Kisama, right? Never saw his eye that close up. Interesting. Oh shit. I was on the death section still, I didn't realize this. Oh, it's a female or an other. Okay. 3 times skip. No devil fruit. Is it the Kaya move? Not the Kaya move. But 0 bounty, is it the Tashigi move? Ah, she has Haki, true. I forgot. It's before Lockdown. Belmare, it's a marine. Surely Belmare had Haki, right? Or I just forgot. Didn't be. Oh, I had such a stupid take once. Something about Haki existed the whole time, but we couldn't see it because Ruffy couldn't see it. Even if that was true, that would be one of the worst things I have ever seen. But enough about that. Zoru Zoru no Mi. Nope. Doesn't tell me anything. Ah. Wait, what? Oh, it's Big Mom. I'm stupid. No, I'm not. Yeah, boy. Finally. Wait, that's just Roger, right? Yes. Okay, clean One Piece section. Let's get a clean Smash section as well. It's just Link. It indeed was just Link, nice. That's Dark Samus. That's Greninja. You are Olimar. I forgot what his skin's name was. Something with A, I think. Oh, what is this? Is this Inkling? I'm not sure what I'm looking at. Is this a beak? Doesn't make sense, right? I'm not sure, maybe like a bigger character. I need more... Oh, it's Toon Link. Okay. Okay, take this. Pokemon. It's a normal type very often. There are very many normal and poison types in Gen 1. Okay, it's normal. You should look at the weight and the size. 220, bigger than 60. How about Porygon? It's in Grassland though. I got a rose as a color, so it's maybe Jigglypuff? Is it... I don't know your name in English. Is it PP? No. There's a lot of pink normal types. Oh wait, it's not the first evolution, I'm stupid. Didn't even pay attention to that. Okay. Nice. Wait, that's Jigglypuff now. We got both of them. The Pokemon doesn't only have 3 heads, it also has other body parts 3 times. It has 3 hearts and 3 lungs, so it can run a long distance without a pause. That's just Dodri. Finally, Mr. 4 Arms, Mashomai. Nice. Okay, it is a bot laner female after Jinx. Is it Senna is a support, right? Yes. Okay, it's even newer than Senna. Let's make Zeri, even though she's also from Zone. Okay, that's Samira maybe? Yeah, she's just a human, right? So this should match. Awesome. Fear the assassin with no master. Sounds like Zed. That sounds like... Yeah, Zeus not an assassin, but it sounds cringy. Or maybe edgy, not cringy. Maybe both. Kassadin. Talon. Who's an assassin? Kha'Zix, Shenga. Kata. Kane. Asahi, kinda. Okay, let's get a voice line.
Fear the assassin with no master.
Kali? Okay. I don't know her lore. Did like her master die? Did she kill him? But that's Zed's lore, right? Wait, did they all have the same master? Is that the lore? Is that Irelia? Who's this? Who's jumping straight ahead with a kick? Ah, it's Kiana, okay. I recognize it because of the ring. I have no idea which spell this is. Q? E, okay. I can't even say that I never have played those champs because I did play every champ at least once in Earth. But yeah, this doesn't mean that it's sticked like what they could do. Red, I'm thinking of the Leona skin, but this doesn't make sense. I'm still thinking of the Leona skin. Who's a red? It's a wait, Fioras? Okay. Because of the red, what do you call those even? Streaks in her hair? Graves, right? No, is it Gangplank? No, is it Lee Sin? Yeah, I remember. I know the skin. Pool Party Lee Sin. Okay. Okay. We just got a background texture. There's this game with those two dragons. Like with Bubble. Is it this one? Apparently not. Just some old Mario game. Mayro. I guess I have to write Super Mario. Why is this the first one? I guess we take it. Oh, it's Pokemon. True. That's Crystal, right? Pokemon Crystal? Is it just Pokemon Gold? Yes. I've played Crystal a lot when I was younger. So I guess I should have recognized this one. This one I still don't know where this is from. Is this Ducatia? Or Goldenrod in English? This is Goldenrod, isn't it? This is the second arena. City of the second arena. Okay, it's funny that this is the 5th pick and this the 6th. Like, if you don't recognize its Pokemon at this point, that's bad. Ooh, we have a far one. Ooh, it's even further. Is it USA? Is it Brazil? Is it Uruguay? Is it Colombia? Is it... Where do we go? Bolivia? Yeah. Nice. Now we want to go from Syria to Western Sahara. Holy moly, that's half of... it's not half of the word. Maybe like a quarter? Actually, I don't know. Okay, we have to go through Israel. Egypt. Let's go. Oh fuck, was it Libya? Libya, yes. How about Nigeria? How about Tunisia? How about Morocco? But what am I doing? It's just Algeria. Don't know what I tried to do there. Okay, you are Israel, you are Egypt. Okay, now it gets difficult. I think you are Algeria. Are you Syria? Now I have no idea. This one doesn't seem familiar, so I'm gonna say West Sahara. Was it the other way? Yes, okay. Flag in the middle, interesting. I don't remember that flag. But to be honest, Libya also doesn't appear often. Because it's so on the coast. You don't have to go through it. Okay. Got it though. Oh wait, that's the other one. Out of Germany, that's... It's not Egypt, right? Wait. Look at the positioning. Kinda fits. It's east. Wait, is it Oman? Oh fuck, it feels like I should know that. Is it Saudi Arabia? No, no, no. This one is only green. Is it United Arab Emirates? Am I stupid? Don't tell me it's like Bahrain. No. It's not Iran or Iraq, right? It's not Syria either. Let's call Iraq. Maybe it was actually Iraq. Okay. From the positioning now. What else could it be? It could be Jordan. Kuwait. Wait. Kuwait? Where was this again? I thought of Bahrain, but not of Kuwait. Completely forgot about this one. Okay. But get him next time. I think that's already like the third in a row that I got wrong. I'm really not that strong at flags. Oh boy. What am I looking at? A bird in a red circle. I mean, that's a wild one. Also, we have a yellow cross here and a white cross here. The bottom half, at least, maybe everything is green. I mean, I see Saint Vincent and Grenadines and I kind of want to say something similar, like Trinidad, no Saint, no Dominic. Oh, it's Dominica. Holy shit. I would have never guessed this without the help, by the way. But I had the feeling it had to be one of the Oceanian or the Caribbean countries. Would have never gotten it. Now, Cobalt, Tempt, Entice, Weedle, Artum, Ethereal, Nobelium, Calm, Orion, Clefairy, Rhydon, Angel, Xenon, Defense, and B. Don't tell me that's a Pokemon. Just let me get the Pokemon first try, okay. Okay, we have... Wait, wasn't Cobalt? I thought this was some sort of gem. Is it a gas? I think Barium and Nobelium are gases. So Xenon. Let's say gas. Oh, it's just chemical elements, okay. What is Beguile? To deceive or delude, to charm, delight, or captivate. Okay, so it's to charm, entice, and to tempt. And this one is supernatural things. Heavenly swords. Swords. Heavenly words. Fair, yeah. Let's get in on the math. Let's get in on the math. Okay, we got 1 minus at least. Probably means that this one is a multiplication. So what can we do? How about... Uh-oh. If you are not a 2, maybe you are the multiplication actually. Maybe it's like 6 times... I'm gonna say the word actually. Sure, that's 47. Oh, it's not, it's 42. Oh wait, this doesn't work. Does this work? No, it's 48. But the minus is here. It can't be minus a bigger number. Is it division? I guess it has to be division, right? It has to be like 82. Or maybe 66, 68 divided by 2 is 34 minus 2 minus 1. Okay, almost got it. I mean, you have to be 6. So I want to get 39, and this times 2 is 78. Okay, we got there. No, so... Oh. Okay, we immediately get really close. And we are away. Right, we have heat already, yeah. Don't tell me it's Elm. Okay, fire, water, earth, wind, ice, thunder, Pokemon, game, movie. Wait, water, fire, earth are number 4, 5, and 6. The one time I'm not... Oh, it's air. The one time I'm not doing... I got deceived by the fire. Why is... Wait, if it's oxygen... Why is wind so far away? Where's oxygen? Oxygen... Okay, it's number 2. Gust. Actually, what would be the number 3? Oxygen. Wait, can I see them somehow? No. Really cool to see all of them. But anyways, this leads us... Bruh, I don't understand why it's not changing the category sometimes. I don't remember where we stopped. Was it M? No, I think it was L, and I said we continue at M because there were so many M's. I think we are always at the half of the alphabet. But even then, I think we should get through it rather. I say this every time and then I get into my head and think of new attacks. Let's just start. Use attacks first we have. That one I thought about, I don't think I want it. Changes type you have. Don't have items, ignores. That's accuracy, I'm not sure if you have this. Confuse, that's burn. Ignores accuracy and evasiveness we have. It becomes immune to ground type moves for 5 turns. Let's negate. Oh, funny. Only for specific Pokemon, that's too niche. It's with random power. Oh, wait. That's actually interesting. Random damage. Roll. Placeholder. Attack. Stat. I mean, it needs like a base attack stat which can be the lowest, so something like attack stat increases randomly from X to Y. Call it 80k. I mean, I can't write low and high, so I write low and mid, I guess. Maybe just high. Plus use a special attack. Money is earned after the battle. That should be an ability. It's not a exclusive set move. May poison the opponent. That's poison. Protects teammates from damaging moves. That's negate. He's damage restores HP. Let's heal. Flying type dynamics raises team's. Wait. Ah, these are the. Wait, did we have those? Or was it G? It was G moves, right? Yeah, it was G moves. Okay, now we have max moves. I see. Okay. Raise the team speed. That's the team buff. Lost the target special. That's the debuff. Someone's harsh sunlight. We don't have this. Or summons heavy rain, protects the user, summons hail, attack, summons electric terrain, a lot of weather / terrain stuff. Psychic terrain. Although maybe I should. Maybe I should think about what these actually do, right? Because I could maybe translate some of those. But I think I already have so much references. If I really need them, I will think about it. Tree summons grassy terrain, lowers the target's defense, increases team special defense, summons a sandstorm, summons misty. Team's defense, lost target speed, lost target speed. User copies the opponent's attack with 1.5 power. Would be cool if the animations wouldn't fuck this up. And the alternative would be uses the opponent's damage stat times something, and I think I did this. Or something similar at least. If you switch you have, raise your attack, use half the HP protect opponent, that's heal. Oh, that's life steal actually. User feigns sharply lowers opponent's attack and special attack. It's just a conditional debuff. Means a super high cost. Even if I wanted to do this, I could already do this, so it's not a new effect anyway. Z move, we just talked about this. Maybe uses attack, shuffle loss on special defense, use recharge, uses Scar's base tone and boosts its special attack stats that attacks the target on the next turn. Oh, that's just fluff. With cooldown. Maybe you raise his attack, use perform. Metronome. I actually did add this effect at the beginning without realizing that doing this is kinda impossible with the animation system. But maybe you find a way. User recovers half its max HP. That's just a heal. Copies the opponent's last move. Again, animation problem. User receives recoil damage. We have. Oh, you have at least talked about it. User's next attack is guaranteed to hit. That's just accuracy increase. Sharply raises user's evasiveness if you don't have that. Don't need that. When hit by a special attack. 2x power. It's mirror code. Okay, kinda have this. User performs opponent's last move again. May lower opponent's accuracy. We have this. User stats cannot be changed for a period of time. That's just debuff protection. We have added this. May lower opponent's special attack. Power increases on misty terrain. Protects the field from status conditions for 5 turns. On special attack, ignores the target's ability. You don't have this. User recovers HP amount versus the weather. Twice. Moves entry hazards and trap move effects and poisoning opposing Pokemon. You don't have hazards. Lowers user speed. Speed weakens for flash moves. Lowers its accuracy. Accuracy type matches memory item he held. Don't have. Could I add this in the... no. Special attack raises special attack, sharp raises your special attack, was it? Berry, don't have this. Use a certain move based on the current terrain. Use a certain move on a specific condition. Wait, did I do something like use one of your other moves randomly? So you kinda can have 3 really high cooldown moves. And this one would have a lower cooldown. This allows you to cheat out that move. But it's random. Oh, you could only take 2 moves. So you have that move guaranteed. I haven't thought about that. Maybe interesting, but I don't think I need to add this. Half the foe's HP, that's percent damage, may cause flinching. We have that. Accuracy inflicts damage. Oh, we had yet N. Oh, we're almost to. Oh, okay, I think we're getting through it. It's like the last. Actually, it's like 40% left, I think. Level damage we have. Crit we have. The sleeping opponent loses 25% max HP each turn. Percent damage with condition raises all stats, but user cannot switch out. Set increase of condition lowers opponent's attack and special attack. We have Frozen, Paralyze. Heal, protects user and sharply lowers defense, debuff. D-move, accuracy. Again, conditional debuff, resets opponent's defense. Don't have this, may raise users. We have this boost attack defense on ally Tatsugiri. Okay, we release specific attack, multi-target. Okay, that's interesting. User attacks for 2 turns and becomes confused. I mean, we can do this. We don't have this specifically yet. Hits all adjacent opponents. Sharply lowers special attack. Oh, we're already at P. We are running through it now. Ash of both. Pain Split. That's not possible because of bosses. User recovers half the HP inflicted on opponent. Heal. Lost opponent's attack and special attack. Then switches out. money is earned after the battleship infinity. Power doubles if the user was attacked first. We have this. Any Pokemon in play. Any Pokemon in play when this attacks use fans in 3 turns. Actually, that is judged, I just realized. I thought of this without thinking of Parasong. Interesting. So all opponents, user attacks for 2 to 3 turns, but then become confused. Because cooldown. User attack or special attack stat travels higher. Interesting, so it's like a switch out, but it doesn't have to be if the attack speed that is actually higher. This is something that does kind of make sense for my system. I'm thinking about Pokemon though. Why would they add this? Because normally Pokemon have one stat which is clearly higher. So this would be only reasonable for Pokemon that has both moves at the same, both attacks have the same level, but then it's kind of irrelevant because they're at the same level. That's weird. But I guess my knowledge about Pokemon is not high enough to explain this move. Power increases when players' bond is stronger. That sounds like a Karma move. Multi-hit. Element change. Those opponents' attack always hits. We have melee opponents' attacks. We don't have berries. Bad poison. We have poison, 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 poison. Poison and crit. Heal. Oh, actually lifesteal. Oh no, wait. Or restores HP of teammate. Interesting. But we can technically do fails if the target doesn't have an item. No, doesn't work. I thought of something like if the hero doesn't have an item or something, he gets more damage, but that seems very unique. It's 1 to 10 times in a row. That's often. What? Do you have to wait through all 10 hits? Speed damage. There are very few attacks who do nothing, by the way. That's very interesting. Damage Pokemon using fire type moves. Okay, that's just fluff. Oh wait, actually it's a bug. Attack, huh? Is it both? Wonder how this works. Freeze, switches like defense that we have. We thought about this. User and opponent swap attack and special attack. We have... Wait, do we? Kinda have something similar. We have that. The user boasts in strength and attacks the target. The more the user's stats are raised, the greater the move power. So this is scaling with the buffs. I think we did something similar already. Raises attack. We have its adjacent Pokemon. Yes, either deals damage or heals. It's really interesting. So can you target it at your own or what? Oh, or is it at your opponents? Okay, so it can be detrimental that you heal your opponent instead of damaging. I mean, it's a gimmick, but why would you ever use this move? Unless the damage is so high and you really want to gamble it. The user shoots powerful lasers using the power of Prism. The user can't move on the next turn. That's just cooldown. Takes the user but may fail if used consecutively. Oh, that's just protect. It's just negate. Okay. May confuse opponents. Power increases on electric terrain. Copies opponents' stat changes. Oh, copy is interesting. It's not stealing, it's copying. I think it's too strong for the player because some bosses will get ridiculous buffs. And for an enemy, I think it would be a bit hard to make an AI that kinda recognizes, oh, my opponent has good buffs, I take them now. Instead, he can just get the even better buffs and put them on his own, so I think there's no point for this. When our opponent's special defense, user bites the target with its spike abilities. This can also destroy light screen reflect. It's just the stat remove. Deals damage and prevents target from healing. I think we have a healing reduction, yes. Prevents priority moves from being used for 5 turns. Oh, interesting. But it's like a debuff for a specific type of attack. Although interesting, I don't think necessary because those moves are so rare. Sharply lowers user's special attack, although it could be an interesting concept for a boss maybe. Lowers your special attack, actually ratio. I think we thought of something like this. Just a stat buff, inflicts damage based on target's defense, no, not special defense. Wait, why did they write not special defense? That seems kind of redundant. Maybe because they get confused, those attacks? Inflicts damage 50 to 150% of user's level. Oh, interesting. So instead of level-based damage, it's a roll of level-based damage. Although a bit too random, like level damage already is kinda redundant. If you do like 100 or 150, unless that's like a percentual damage increase or something, but yeah, that seems kinda unnecessary. Z move, power increases when opponent's stats have been raised. Oh. It's a mechanic from Treasure Cruise actually. If you do something, your opponent has an immediate answer to it. Like if, let's say, you increase your attack, your opponent kills your whole team. That was what they did in Treasure Cruise often. To prevent you from even using those. How would this work though? This is more like a specific AI trigger, I feel though. It's not something that's like a buff that says, if you use this, I will do this. This is more like an AI thing, I think. User heals a target status condition. If the move succeeds, it also restores user's own HP. Oh, it's cleanse and heal. It's even called purify. Double power opponent switching out. You don't have this. The only similar thing would be deal. Ooh. What about deals more damage the more for each time the combat mode was switched? I think I did something similar. Switches over. Maybe if I search for mode. No, okay. Then let's add it. Combat mode switch damage increase placeholder. We have a new longest word, I guess. Increases the... How would this work though? I just realized. I'm thinking of encapsulated fights. So this would work like for a boss fight. But not every fight is like a forced fight. Like if you're fighting against a random enemy, you could just spam this all the time and increase it and then use it on the next one. Okay, I know how. Used against the same enemy. Increases the damage of this attack by X each time the combat mode was switched on the same enemy. I think that's interesting. May burn opponents. Let's burn. Oh, we're at Q. Makes the target act last this turn. That's just a speed decrease. But the forced kinda like a anti-priority move. I think there is something, but don't have to add this. It's priority. Really specific. Protect. Set increase. Raises user's attack when hit. That's just a buff. The more time the user has been hit by attacks, you ready to remove most power. That's funnily enough kind of like an item I want to do, so I won't put this in an attack. Forces attacks to hit user, not teammates. Oh, that's provoke. I did this, I think. Type depends on user's form, breaks through reflect and light screen barriers. User's form. Okay. Oh. The type. Okay, I see. Wait, this could actually work. Because we have like different type forms, but the attacks don't really change with it. This would allow you to have like a vanilla attack that changes with each form. I actually like this. User type. It's not user type changing effect, it's like user type. What you call it? User type adapting. User type adapting attack placeholder. The elements, that's not type element. Type wouldn't work because it's hard to change the type without an attack. This attack depends on the users. Depends, changes with the user's element. I actually like this a lot because this would allow like a playstyle where you can just drop this in and you could change in any form and you have every element basically with this attack by just changing the form. Because one issue I see with the current system I have is that there are... Wait, how many elements do we have? 10. I think we have 10 elements. With neutral and dark. And you have only 4 attacks, so you technically only can use 4 elements. So I thought of something like if you turn into the element mode, your attacks also change elements and so on, which I still could do, but I'm not sure if that's the right decision. Because this kind of makes the whole planning a bit like redundant sometimes. Like, oh, you just get the element anyway, right? But this allows you to use, like, to have like an attack which actually represents each element. And technically you don't need each element because you only have maximum 5 different enemy elements in front of you, unless there's an opponent who can change it. Or like opponents that spawn new enemies with different elements and so on. But even then you don't need to have the fitting element. But this would allow me to do those enemy fights, and you can fight like this. And even if that all doesn't exist, you still have your party members who could use the other elements that the main character doesn't have. To answer something. Okay. So much about that. User takes for 2%, but then becomes confused. We have make a train. We don't have. Crit. And lower opponent's defense. We have chase. The first turn attacks the second. High crit ratio. That's just cooldown. User recovers half its max HP. Heal. Third. User's hold item is restored. That technically heals, so I don't want it. Half damage from physical attack for 5 turns. That's just a debuff. User becomes target's type. I have that. Heals, paralysis, poison, and burns. Specific cleanse. May put the target to sleep. We have user sleeps for 2 turns, but is fully healed. Heal. Oh, inflicts double damage if a teammate fainted on the last turn. That's actually an interesting sounding dark type move. It's really specific. Unless you plan it in a way that's that your teammate dies, or he uses like a self-sacrificial attack or like a team cost attack or something like this. I don't think that will be coming up, but I should keep it in my head. I think latest when I design the dark attacks, I will think of stuff like this anyway. Power increases with higher friendship. That's karma. Type changes based on Oricorio's form. Okay. Power increases if user was hit first. We have the lower user's speed, higher the power. We have, I think. We have revive. Power doubles on electric terrain. We don't have that. In battles, the opponent switches in the way it runs. Oh, we have. Next time we have make moves. We all have these. We have this. We have this. Don't have that. Make us finishing. We have. Doubles in power each turn for 5 turns. I think we have. Yeah, we have turn increase. User recovers half of its max HP losing flying type temporarily. Oh, I didn't know Roost removes the flying type. Raise attacks for cross types. Power increases if teammates use item in the same turn. Interesting, but too niche. After opponent's HP, we have maybe an opponent. From status conditions, damage chance, you know what is more affected. Lower opponent's accuracy, traps opponent, damaging the 5 turns. Sandstone, drainage from each turn. Type, maybe an opponent. Sharply lost one speed, maybe on the target. Okay, we have all those, or we already talked about them, or thought about them at least. These are all dupes. Where is the location? Wait, that's actually interesting. So something like, if I'm in the fire world, it deals more damage. If I'm in the water world, it deals less damage. Wait. Kinda interesting. Like, you get a good attack, but only in a specific area. Is it interesting actually? Because what would you do? You would equip it for the world. It would take up a slot. And you would never use it in another world because you don't get the boost. Unless it has some secondary effect. If I make it something like makes it stronger on the area, not the world, so there could be like a water area in the fire world, like the hot, what was it? Heiße Quellen. I always forget what it's called in English. I looked it up like 5 times already. I always forget it. Hot springs. Hot springs. The onsen area, basically. It's not really an onsen area. Kinda. A wild onsen. Effects of the attack vary with the location. But yeah. I don't think... Actually, I think it's kind of funny. But that's kind of just like equipment. Like, you use it for a specific time, but then it gets kind of useless. It's the same for attacks which get outscaled by damage. But at least you can use them in different worlds. Depending on... expecting that you don't have better attacks at that point. Inflicts damage based on the target's defense, not special defense. Oh, now I get it. It's a special move, that's why it's not getting compared to the special attack, but the defense stat. But why not just make it it's not a physical move because the special stat of the Pokemon is higher. It seems super convoluted. What would be the equivalent? Something like swap the defense stat of your opponent with his elemental defense stat, which might be interesting, but we also kinda have this, so I'm not gonna use it. It's debuff level. Okay, that's funny, but we actually have this as life cost. Debuff, crit, cooldown, accuracy, prio, buff, remove. That's tech. Wait, creates a substitute, then first place of a party Pokemon rating. Holy shit, that's just a better substitute, right? Not necessarily. Substitute is interesting, but it's technically just a barrier, right? So I don't think it's necessary. I just realized you can see the mic if I put it this close. Funny. No insta-kills. Ah yeah, we thought about this. Sharply raises. Okay, that's just a buff and debuff in its own. Deals more damage to opponent if hit by physical move. Don't have something. Like, no, we don't have something like this. I thought about we have type, but it's hard to change your type. This only really works if this attack can be used by several different Pokemon. It's a buff. Buff, buff, or rather, ignore evasiveness. Let's heal, confuse, negate, buff, changes target's ability to simple. Don't know what simple means. Sounds interesting though, but we don't really have abilities. And I think I already did the most similar thing, which was like disable all abilities or something like this. Puts opponent to sleep. Yeah. We have sleep, Z move, burn. Burn copies the opponent's last move. Oh, that's Farbeagle's move. Difficult with the animation. I'm thinking now, the more I think about it, maybe I'd use like one standard animation for all those copy and random moves. This could work. But even then, you could copy like a really strong attack, right? I think it's fun for something like random moves, so I can decide on the pool. But I have to think of the animation. And then it's still really niche. We don't have abilities, so spend a special attack, debuff. Buff, charges on first turn, attack on second, make cost finishing high range. Okay, that's just a combination of everything. Takes opponent in the air on first turn, drops them on second turn, cooldown, hits the opponent even during fly. Nah, I don't have this. User recovers half its max HP, heal, crit, sleep. User performs one of its own moves while sleeping. Now that's an interesting mechanic. Obviously there's this combination like something like roost or something. No, not roost. Rest. Where you put yourself to sleep and heal, and then you can still attack with this move. Or you even want to be put into sleep and then just attack with this move. And in Pokemon it also has the added bonus that you can only have one debuff. Which actually, true, I haven't thought about this at all. In my game you can get every debuff at once. Like you can get fucked up thoroughly. But yeah, I think that's really niche. It could be like an interesting battle, like an opponent who puts you to sleep all the time and this could counter him, or the other way around. But I think the other way around I would just make like a debuff protection or sleep protection or something like this. And for this, for the user itself, yeah, maybe triple poison. We don't have this. We kinda have this, but talked about it. These are steps. The target with a sharp pawn. This attack never misses. It's just accuracy, power doubles. It's paralyzed, but cures it. Interesting. It's a cleanse plus double up, so we kinda can do this, I think. Poison, accuracy drop, trap, debuff. That's a lot of attacks with S. This the effects of the opponent's next move. Now this actually can work, now that I think about it. Because it keeps the animation. Like I can keep the animation, I just have to use the effect, the enemy. Interesting. But still, for the player it's pretty strong, and for the opponent it's hard to write an AI about it, around it. Ignores moves and abilities that draw in moves. I don't know what that means. Can only be used if a sleep may cause flinching. Okay, that's interesting, but too niche. Just like sleep talk. Conditional buff. Change. Heal. Cooldown. Fixed damage. Z-move, crit, paralyze. Cleanse. Oh, interesting. We don't have like a back party, but I didn't know this move existed. That's actually fun. User hides in the target's shadows, these target stat boost and then attacks. Okay, just copied. User target. Can I have this? Harshly lowers the opponent's defense and sharply raises the attack. Debuff and buff. Opponents can lose cap switch. We have multi-hit. Switching into battle. We don't have something like this. No. At least nothing I can think of. Top of my head. Wait, protect with damage? That sounds broken. Harsh lowers user speed. That's a self debuff, okay. That's a opponent debuff. Trap. Power depends on how many times user performed stockpile. Okay, let's see. Stockpile stores energy for use with specific spell. Interesting. So it's a move that does nothing but increase the other attack. We have an attack that increases itself every time it's used, I think. So, although interesting, I think redundant with that ability. Although maybe an interesting support move. But at the end it's just a damage increase. The opponent's last move loses 2 to 5 PP. That's cooldown increase. Doesn't do anything. Okay, that's funny. Splash, yeah. Lycanroc? That move, paralyze. Sleep. User shines a spotlight on a target so that only the target will be attacked during the turn. Is this for AI battles? Because you have the choice, right? All the time, okay, really. Unless, like, you mean, like, you can attack your own teammates. I guess you can, right? That sounds kind of fucked up, though. It's like a forced confuse. And you can do nothing but remove the buff. It doesn't seem really fun. Like, you have no options. The only thing you can do is use buffs, I guess. Yeah, no, I don't think that's actually a fun move. In the way I understand it. What's user stats in incarnate form or lowest opponent stats in the Therian form. Okay, that's form specific. Damage opponents switching into battle. Damages opponents switching into battle. We don't have this. Burn, flinch. Holy shit. 50% of your own HP for an attack that can fucking miss. And I mean, yeah, 140 is strong, but there are stronger attacks, like already here. No terrain in effect. Interesting. But we don't have this. Main uses defense, lowers opponent's speed when switching to battle. Stores energy for use with I already have this. Alone right chicks lose. Okay, it's a deep dive move. I see. That's why it's so strong. Flinch. Driven by frustration, the user attacks the target. If the user previous move has failed, the power of this move doubles. Oh! That's kinda stupid though. So this attack says every time you miss, this attack gets stronger. So you want to give your other attacks low cooldown and reduce your own accuracy and shit like this. But this is never worth it. Like, no matter how much you would have to give this such a ridiculous increase to make it worth. Yeah, I think there's... And looking back at some other attacks I already implemented that I thought were cool, I think I didn't think about why would you do this complicated way to increase this attack, like debuffing yourself, if you can just use a not so strong attack but you are 100% sure to use it, because at the end you are kind of dealing the same damage. That's the concept of cooldown also. Like, if you have an attack that deals 50 damage and has 1 cooldown, it's the same as an attack which deals 100 damage but has 2 cooldown. Right? I think so. If you not think about shit like crits and so on, but even then I think it should be the same. You can obviously increase it in a way that if you hit it, it's stronger. So you can say it's not 100 damage, but it's 120 damage, but instead it has only 95 accuracy or something like this, or 90. And yeah, that's kind of the thing with it, but at some point it gets a bit ridiculous, so I have to keep in mind that I might do a lot of those attacks and they have actually no real reason to exist. And this makes them kind of redundant, also for the player. Like, my idea was actually to decrease the amount the player has to plan. Like, I don't want, like, I do expect some amount of planning, but it shouldn't be like too extensive unless he's doing like a challenge or something. Like, it should be rather easy to come up with an idea. And at the end you can always switch the combat modes and make it easier on yourself, if you can play in both modes or interested in to play in both modes. High crits, power increases when user stats have been raised. I think I thought about that. Always just a critical hit. Don't like that. May confuse components we have. Oh, interesting. The user restores its HP by the same amount as the target's attack stat. It also lowers the target's attack stat. A conditional heal which has a strong downside. I don't hate it, but it's too abusive still. It's a good concept for boss fights though. But outside of it, it destroys the whole healing balancing. I can't use heals that freely, but it is a good downside. I should keep that in mind. Debuff. Only usable when all PP are gone, hurts the user. What would be the equivalent? This would be like only usable when all attacks are on max cooldown. Besides this one, obviously. Requires a lot of planning, which I like. Like in battle planning. Actually, technically it's also outside of battle planning, but... Nah, we kinda have this, I think. Debuff. We don't have Berry, Paralyze, Recall. That's just Barrier. Z-type. This attacks first, but only works if opponent is re-dying an attack? What is that word? Reading? Let's ignore it. Sunny ability, or is the attack takes off half the opponent's HP. Isn't this just a 50% cut? Debuff, confuse, C-type, multi-target, also results in a critical hit and ignores other stats. Don't want, confuse, and buff. Ah, interesting. Stockpile has multiple use cases, okay. But the heal too strong, confuse, debuff, ignore, we don't have items, buff. It's any Pokemon that shares a type with the user. Oh, that's a really specific targeting change. I haven't thought about that. Really creative as well. You could also do this with the type of the attack. Like, hits all fire types. Hits all X types. Although if it's based on the type of the attack, that's bad, because that's either you could never hit the elemental attack with this, or you always hit it, which both is bad, because it should always be the choice of the player, not integrated in the attack itself. So based on the player's elements or the user's element or type, is actually, type is difficult because you can't change it. Based on the user's type is good though, because you can change your element, I wouldn't say, because you can change your element. Let's add this, I like this. Targets, same. Targets, same. Wait, why did my phone just go out? Brother. Target same element as user placeholder. Targets all enemies that are of the same element as the user of this attack. Really creative targeting. I like this targeting change. Didn't even think about changing targeting. It's any Pokemon that shares a type of the user. Oh, that's just what I read. Heal, debuff, literally debuff. Guaranteed to hit twice in a row, multi-punch. Why is it infinite? Maybe that's not multi-punch, but it means if you hit it again, and then it can not hit? That's too confusing. Buff, multi-hit, debuff, buff, recoil. Oh, we had T already. I think after T we are probably basically done with the text though. Cleanse and buff. Debuff. Opponent can only use moves that attack. That's rage. That's the rage debuff. Like a lot of JRPGs are doing this. Basically saying you can only attack, and then they sometimes combine it with like, oh, but attacks are ineffective or don't hit at all. But the problem is, if your whole party has this debuff, can't do shit about it. But I don't like that. I also don't think it's a really interesting debuff. Like every time I see it, it's like, oh, it's this one, okay. So I'm just, because I'm not gonna equip my units with a specific rage, anti-rage equipment. If I have like a cleanse spell, sure, like in my case. But yeah, I don't think I need it. Although it could be an interesting fight. It could be like an enemy who needs to be debuffed and buffed. Or you need to buff yourself, but you can't anymore because you're getting attacked. But I don't like to create a situation where you can't really do anything anymore. We kinda have this with the cooldown. But I would rather like the player playing with the cooldown, thinking about planning ahead instead of straight up being denied to do anything from the game via a debuff. Oh, interesting. Forces all Punkte cheater berries. You have items, but not held items. So this would be like removes one item, and I think I added this. On the drive being held. Is it like an Arceus plate? Team of Confuse ignores opponent's evasive just at ground immunity. Rewrite battles as a Warps player to last poke center. Ah, it's teleport, okay. Yeah, we don't do this. We don't do attacks that are HMs. Except when the user has terrestrialized. Ah, that's the mechanic which changes your type, I think. Type and power change depending on the terrain effect. Also steals opponent's held item. We don't have this. Oh wait, I haven't thought about this. Attacks that guarantee to get the item the enemy can drop. The problem is, the more I'm thinking about which direction I want to go with items, the less I'm thinking about actually working with dropped items so much. And more going into currency. Because what are items for generally in JRPGs? They are either consumables that should help you out in a battle, like potions, cleanses, or buffs, debuffs, stuff you can throw at your opponent. And I don't really want to do this because players will hold onto these. They won't use this, or they won't think they are interesting and so on. They want to use their main moves. They don't want to use items. Most players, at least. Me. So I was thinking, okay, but which kind of items would I use? And I thought of, if you get very few of them and if you are sure to get them back. So refillable items like Estus flasks. Like, why do players use Estus flasks in Souls games? Because they would die if they wouldn't. But why do players not use their potions in JRPGs, even though they could, and rather die because they have revives, because they have heal spells, stuff like this. So give them healing items, but reduce them and make them refillable. I think that's the way. And by making enemies drop items, that's not really possible unless they can drop the items that refill your... Oh wait, that's actually good. They could drop like a potion that just refills your potions if you don't have one. But in that case, a skill like Thief would be kind of like just a heal, even though it takes a turn. Every time, the reason I don't want to make heals is I don't want a way where players can heal without giving anything up. Like, you should have to heal at refill stations. If you want to heal, you should use your potions, and you don't have infinite of those, and you have to refill those at save points. If there's a way to refill them before that, that makes the whole save point system redundant, and I don't want this. I want players to feel dependent on save points. They should be glad to be at a save point. They shouldn't look at a save point like, oh, neat. They should be like, oh shit, glad I can refill my potions. So I think actually stealing shit would basically just be free healing. Although it might fail, so you could get hit. So this is kind of like a two-sided, like a... Yeah, two-sided? Double-edged sword. Maybe I think about it. I think that's a balancing question. I will see how hard it is when I actually play the game. With all the placement of the enemies and so on. Next flying type Pokemon vulnerable to ground type moves. Switches attack. Okay, multi-hit prevents sound moves for 2 turns. Okay, really specific sound moves. But it's kinda like negate, paralyze, ascension, trust, let's burn. Paralyze. Oh, that's a lot of paralyze. Strikes before a target's move. Isn't this just priority? Debuff. Kinda like a cleanse. Reverse, that's a cleanse. Wait, reverse. Oh. That's a cleanse and a debuff. That's really strong. That's something for a boss fight. But we can technically do this already. Buff. That's disable. I don't want this. Battle poisons opponent. Yeah, poison. Buff. Attacks on the form and attack of the opponent. Ah, it's the Ditto move, okay. Yeah, it's kind of like changing his stats and so on. I think we did something similar. Paralyze, burn, freeze, debuff, swaps, headlines with the opponent. We don't have this. Slower Pokemon moves first in the turn for 5 turns. That's the one hazard I was thinking about if I wanted to include hazards. I think Trick Room is really interesting because speed stat is kinda underrated how important it is if you think of a game where healing is really rare, because if you don't attack first you will always get hit and this will accumulate over time. So a move like this makes slower Pokemon even more dangerous. It's basically, to be fair, it's basically just a speed buff. So I can do this already. without a terrain. Adds a type. High hit ratio may lower opponent's defense or cause them to flinch. Just a bunch of stuff you have. Multi-hit. Oh, more power each time. That's literally multi-hit. That we have. It's 3 times in a row. We have. It's twice in a time. Power lowers opponent's attack. Higher the power. We kind of have this with cooldown, right? Yeah, with the other cooldowns. It's twice in one turn. That's double multi-hit. Multi-hit with poison, Z-type, may cause finishing hits Pokemon using flavors without power. User switches automatically after attacking, you don't have this. This is a target priority move. Ah, okay, that's funny. It's a priority move. That's like... Where's the priority move? It's a bit silly, I don't think that's necessary. Although stuff like this creates funny potential boss fights, like a boss that uses a shit ton of priority moves, and then you rock up with this, but then is this really how you win the fight? It's too specific. Lower user's defense, special defense, and speed. Just a debuff, user takes first priority. Power increase. Oh, we had V already. We completely skipped U, but it's not a lot. Yeah, we are almost at the end. Power increases when player spawned is stronger. That's Karma. Lowers poisoned opponent special. Oh, I just thought of something. I only thought of Karma like you have positive and bad Karma. But what about Karma with your teammates? Oh, I have to think about this whole Karma system in general. After I've written all the cutscenes for the first world so far, I realized that I don't really have choices. And thinking about choices, the choices in games that are really interesting, like Undertale, are not dialogue choices actually. They are the battle choices. It's, are you killing the enemy or are you sparing him? It's how you beat them. And not even my game is doing that as good as Undertale did it. Because in Undertale it changes the whole dynamic of the fight. Because in a spare run you have to work with no experience and kind of like surviving the battle. That's why the bullet hell is such a good idea for the battle system. And in a normal run you just fight whenever you want. But and in a genocide run it's the other extreme. You have to fight everything, but the fights themselves get really hard. And I guess it will be similar, but it only shows at the end in a genocide run in Undertale. The beginning is easier and it only gets harder at a specific point. Same with a pacifist run. The beginning is easier and it gets harder, but it's a how would you call it? Self-put debuff kinda, self-put restriction. Really smart, by the way. Genius idea. Power increases when players' bond is stronger. Ah yeah, that's just what I read. So yeah, I don't think I want to have like friendship with your teammates. Would have to build a whole like friendship system or something like this, and like dialogues and activities, but that's not what the game is about. Lowers poisoned opponent's special attack in this bit. Conditional debuff inflicts double damage if the target is poisoned. Conditional buff kinda raises attacks and defense buff. Conditional accuracy buff. User must switch out after attacking. We don't have this. No. User receives recoil damage, may paralyze opponents. Power doubles if opponent is asleep but wakes it up. Attack if preceded by fire, pledge, or succeed by grass. We talked about those. Confuse, multi-hit, weakens the power of fire type moves. The higher the user's HP, the higher the damage costs. We also talked about this. Flinch, recoil, weather, burn. We have this. I don't want this. Sleep, protects user's team from multi-target hits. Interesting. Now we are talking about negates for targeting. I haven't thought about it. I haven't thought about the targeting that much. That's kind of like that. Especially because all battles are multi-battles in my game. For you at least. Unless your teammates are dead. But that's a conditional conditional negate. So we kinda can do it, I guess. User receives recoil damage, paralyze, burn, heal, buff, stat swap, recoil. We have this, changes upon ability to insomnia. Not have abilities, traps opponent, damaging burn. The higher the opponent HP, the higher the damage. We have this, but want to sleep in the next turn. Flinch, flash, critical. Okay. Went through all Pokemon attacks and we did get a shit ton of ideas. Like, we went from 39, which already had a lot of variations, to 140, so almost 100 attacks. Or was it exactly 100? I guess it's only at 38, so it's more than 100, I think. Cool. I didn't really think about what's next. Never mind, I did. The next step would be designing the enemies' attacks. I already started here, obviously, but we have more enemies, of course. And two things. Because enemies can scale in the level just like the player, they do need some new attacks at some point. I think. So I have to design that. I will only design it to a certain level though, because this would break the scope for now. Like, I would design shit that almost none of the players would see, and there's no reason to scale it that high. I want the demo to be scaled to like level 20 roughly. Everything above that I don't want to think about for now. But the more interesting part is the bosses and mini bosses. They need an identity. Like, what is the gimmick of the fight? And that's why I basically did this right now. I thought of all these different new types of attacks. And yes, that's probably what we will be working on tomorrow though. I think for today it's a good point to end here, as we have finished our research now. So tomorrow we can actually start with the enemy attack design. After that I have no idea though what we will be doing next. If the time-based combat gets done early enough, we can actually test them in-game. But other than that, yes, we will see. But yeah, that should be it for today. We will see each other tomorrow.